Hi folks, I was going to bring in my cargo and try to land it on the landing pad, but I lost it. So that means I'm going to have to do another takeoff and then try it again. We'll see how it goes the second time around. Here we go. Essential cargo. Alright, folks, well, adventure cannot always be had without some cost, and this cost was I crashed. When I took off, instead of getting a clean takeoff, my skids were all tangled up in the sling line. Now, the reason I did this whole stunt, if you will, is because I spent a lot of years working in the full-scale helicopter industry, not as a pilot, but as a ground person, and reservations, ticketing, occasionally loading and offloading people off the helicopters on tour helicopters at the Grand Canyon. Well, the tour helicopter flight sim tour company that I worked for at the Grand Canyon, they also contracted out to the National Park Service to haul cargo, and it's called hauling a sling load on a sling line. So, so this here is the sling load that we're seeing, and that's the sling line. Now, I had this attached to the helicopter, just barely glued with using a carbon fiber rod here as a cross piece, and just barely a little tiny drop of super glue on there to hold it in place. So that broke loose. That's easily glued back together. The only other damage from that crash is that, well, I'll show you here. My servo right below my thumb, that doesn't work anymore. Yeah, it doesn't work anymore. The other side works. See how we show this, making sure show like that. You can see the left control arm going up and down, but on the other one doesn't. See the one on to your left, the one camera left is doing what it should, up and down, increase positive pitch or negative pitch. But the one on the right over here is not doing anything. That's because I've stripped out the servo for the second time. On my previous crash, I think you could see it right in there. You should be able to see the arm. Yeah, so that was a repaired servo to begin with. So it's all right, because you can't have adventure without some risk, and you can't have great adventure without perhaps great risk. And I've done what I just did before in the past with the Blade 230 SV2. That is, take off with a load of cargo and fly around with it. And I would have landed with it too if I hadn't. What happened? I think what happened? Cargo fell off or something. I can't remember what happened. Or I just blew the landing. I don't remember now. But an interesting thing, another thing that happened, which is amazing. Now, I had the cargo, that crossbar I showed you. Okay, now that crossbar was running dead right below the main rotor shaft, so it'd be a CG. And I had it running across like this, like that. Now, I had the, here, let me grab that piece. Here's that piece. Okay, so... See, I had this piece here, right up in there, glued on the skids, only from the upside. And see how right now the line is centered? Right? There you go. You can see that right now the sling line is centered on that strut. Well, during flight, the line slid all the way over to the right, like this. So I was flying around way off balance. And you know what? The helicopter handled it perfectly. And I think I handled it pretty good myself. Okay then, until I decided to take off again and try to do a landing, drop off the cargo, and that's when things started going haywire. Alright, so there you go, folks. That was fun. So I've got to go ahead and replace the servo that's in there now with the one that's on the way from China. It's already ordered and it's on the way from China, so I'll do that. I think I might have bent my shaft a little bit, my main rotor shaft. Let me take a look at that right now real quick. But I think I might have bent my main rotor shaft, which I straightened before, and I've got 2 replacements on the way, so that's cool. Now I got to keep my face away from this, throttle off. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's crooked, folks. See that jiggling? Not sure if it's the shaft or just the top part. Try it one more time. Yeah, folks, it's bent, but it's very, very little. Throttle cut on. All right. Hope you enjoyed that. I sure had a wild time flying around with my cargo. You may have noticed a lot of grimacing on my face because I'm trying to make sure I don't crash. Of course, I did ultimately anyway, but anyway, it was just a kind of happenstance thing. happenstance thing, and if I was an expert pilot instead of intermediate, I probably could have saved it. But there you go. So that was pretty cool. Next time we'll go ahead and pick up the cargo flare-on and land with it too. So I'm going to replace my main rotor shaft, replace my right aileron, left aileron servo. Yeah, my right aileron servo. And then she'll be back in the air, good as new. Okay, folks. Hope you got a kick out of that. I sure did. See ya. Signing off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.